Welcome to the Learning Zone with Miss Beachley, Miss Hall, and Miss Bates. Good morning, everyone. Today is Monday, May 4th, 2020, and today we were talking about arrays. So the objective is I can compose arrays from rows and columns and count to find the total. So before school closed, the students were working on equal groups and repeated addition sentences. So all we're doing is taking what they were doing and moving it to the next step, which would be composing arrays. So first thing is when you look under your classwork, you'll see these items and you'll see there are two anchor charts. The first anchor chart tells you about arrays, gives you the definition for arrays and what a repeated addition sentence is. So an array is an arrangement of objects that show equal groups in rows and columns. And C, it shows you your rows go across and your columns go up and down. And then your repeated addition sentence should have repeated equal add-ins. And your add-ins are the numbers that you add together. So for this one, the first one is your rows. You have 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 3 plus 3 gives you your 6. And then if you want to do your columns, which are up and down, you have 2 plus 2 plus 2, which equals 6. The other anchor chart shows you your rows and columns so that you don't get them confused. So again, an array are things put into rows and columns. Remember, columns go up and down here rows go across, or from side to side. So these will come in handy so that you don't get confused. So now we're going to do a few examples. So this one is make an array with 6 objects. And so I have 6 cards here, and my cards are broken up into equal groups. So we have 2 groups of 3. So if we wanted to make an array, we have to put them in rows and columns. So I'm just going to move these around to create my rows and columns. So composing my array. And there we have it. So I'm actually going to type what I have. So I have 2 rows of 3. And then, so that's 2 rows, 1, 2. And then if I want to do columns, it would be this way. So I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3 columns of 2. So now I am going to rearrange my array. But before I do that, I actually want to show you what the repeated addition sentence would be. So for the first one, you have 2 rows of 3. So it would be 3 plus 3, which equals 6. And then for your columns, it would be 2 plus 2 plus 2, which equals 6. Equals 6. And you see that they still have the same total. All right, now I'm going to rearrange these. So now I can rearrange this because I still have 6 objects. I'm just showing you a different way that you can rearrange them. So I'm actually going to copy these and put them down here so you can see it. All right, so I don't really need this. All right, so I'm going to rearrange these. So I'm going to make another array. But this time it looks different, but it's still the same. So with this one, now I have 3 rows, 1, 2, 3. 3 rows of 2. And my repeat addition sentence would be 2 plus 2 plus 2, which equals 6. And then I have 2 columns now, 1, 2. So 2 columns of 3. I'm spelling a lot of stuff wrong. All right, 2 columns of 3. And then my repeated addition sentence will be 3 plus 3, which equals 6. So you see that it is the same 6 objects, but they're in different arrays. So 2 rows of 3 and then 3 rows of 2. So now I want to show you how to do the classwork. If you go to the classwork and click on it, it'll open up as a Google slide. And we are going to zoom in a little. All right, so remember to write your name. And the date is May 4th. All right, so I did not, if you notice, I did not put any type here on the lines because you actually have these objects already under your shapes. So the first one says circle groups of 4, then draw the triangles into 2 equal rows. So first we're going to get our circle. And I need to circle 4. And it's not going to be perfect. Remember to go up here and make it transparent. And that's my 4. And then we can actually copy this circle and make another one over here. So we have our groups of 4. So then all you have to do is put these into 2 equal rows. And you know how many are in the rows because of how many you have in a circle. So we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can go back up here to your shapes and click the triangle. And we can put them on the lines. And I'm going to copy and paste, make it a little bit easier. So you can copy and paste, or you can draw each triangle. It just seems a little bit faster. So all I'm doing is putting them in their equal rows. And now you see we have created an array using what we had over here. So you do the same thing for number 2 and 3. So if you go to your shapes, they do have a smiley face. So I'll just click it so you can see. So do have a smiley face. Again, if you want to change the color, make sure you come up here, change it to whatever you like. And they also have hearts as right next to the smiley face. And again, change the color if you want. So for number 2 and 3, it's telling you to put them into rows over here and then also put them into columns. But make sure you do each, make sure you circle first. So it's kind of like a 3-step problem. So you circle your groups of 2, redraw the groups of 2 as rows, which is over here, and then redraw the groups of 2 as columns. And then when you get to the second page, it says count the objects in the arrays from left to right by rows and columns. As you count, circle the rows and then the columns. So go to your shapes. And I'm going to show you 2 different ways you can do this. You can circle. So again, make sure you go to transparent. So you can circle your rows with that, or you can click on this line and go to scribble And you can actually just go ahead and draw your circle if you wanted to. So if you wanted to do that way, remember you have to go back on here and click. So you're circling your rows. So that means you have to circle all of these. And then you also have to circle your columns. And if you want, you can use 2 different colors so you can see them. Excuse me. And then number 5, redraw the circles and stars in problem 4 as columns of 2. So you're going to redraw these into columns of 2. Remember, columns go up and down. And then number 6, draw an array with 15 triangles. Remember, you can use the shapes. And then show a different array with 15 triangles. So just like I showed you an example, we have our 2 arrays, but they're different. Even though they have the same amount, it's still 6 cars. So 6 and 7 kind of go together. So whatever array you draw in this one, and number 7 needs to be different than the one you drew in number 6. So if you have any other questions, make sure you reach out to us, and we will see you later in class.